So this morning I thought I would make a collage fish. So I'm kind of just going to keep it very simple. I'm going to do the two fish sort of kind of tessellating next to each other. I'm going to use something that I've not used before, and this is a small canvas board. So I'm going to play with that. And I've kind of just cut out some templates, fish templates, so I get a bit of an idea as to the size of the fish that I need to go onto my, I don't know whether you can see that because it's white on white, onto my canvas. So I've dug out some papers. So I've got varying different types of paper here. And I was going to have the fish sort of orange, but I've also picked out some bits with some blues and reds and greens on it as well. So just to run through the papers I've got some music paper, I've got some book paper, that's just plain paper, this is some more book paper, plain paper, kind of cheap copy paper type, not quality copy paper type thickness. Some more book paper, some more plain paper, and these are from older books, so they're sort of yellowed around the edges and they've got a different quality. So these are just books, and my last piece is one of my favourites, and that's painted newspaper. So I'm going to have a play with those, and I'm thinking probably, I'm not sure, I think that's going to take, I don't know whether that will take away the details or not. Yeah, I don't think I will have that one. So I'm thinking actually these ones are my favourites for the actual fish. I kind of like the text going through them, and I like the fact that they've got different tones within the piece. And the question is, do I have two fish from the same background, but they're going to be slightly different because you've got different paint on different parts of the paper, or do I have two different colours of fish but they're tonal, because that's very similar over there. Well, let's just cut. Now, do I want my fish to have what sort of font going across it? You know, I think I quite like the diagonal. I think that would be kind of nice. So I think I'm going to cut my fish out diagonally. Now, you don't have to use a template, but like I said, I just used the template just to work out what sort of size my fish would be. And I'm not keeping the tail square like this either. I want to have a little bit more detail in the tail. So let's just get our rough fish shapes out first of all and see what they look like on the canvas. So that's one. Ooh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. And I'm going to cut the, so that one is, so I'm going to do this one this way. So my, oh no, I was just trying to get the lines to go in the opposite direction, but I can't work out how they're going to do, because all the lines are going to be going in the same direction if I cut it diagonally, unless I go that way. And I haven't really got enough to do that on that one. So shall I do this one? So I want them to go that way, and the fish is facing that way, so it will need to go like that. Okay, well let's see what these two look like together. So I did think initially I would use the same piece of paper to cut the... Will you please just stay in place? I was going to use the same piece of paper to cut the base shape of the fish out. but now I've complicated it by having diagonal lines, and I'm hoping that I've cut these diagonal lines in the right direction. That will they work? What do we think about that? Yeah, that's kind of cute. Okay. Good. Okay, so that's my starting fish. Now I want my tails to be a little bit fanned, so I'm just going to cut those out together. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trim them up a little bit, make sure they're a little bit neater, and then I'm going to glue them on. The question is, light over dark or dark over light? I'm going to get a gluing mat. I use the cover off of old watercolour or paper blocks because they're kind of shiny. And today I'm going to use nori paste. So I've got a pot of water here with my brush. I'm just going to get a piece of kitchen paper. My nice cold pot of nori paste, because it lives in the fridge when you're not using it. So let's get going. Okay, I'm committed. Turn that round. Stage one. What I need to do is decide what I want to do on my fish. I'm really not quite sure, so I think what I'm going to do is just play. Let's do the tail first of all. Wondering whether hole punch eyes are going to be big enough. I think they'll look fine. I might need to just put some white around them. Just got a piece of paper from my bin to do the eyes with. So I'm just going to put them, if I can, onto the white paper, and then I will cut around them. Okay, that's that. I'm not sure about this tail. So there we go, that's that bit. Yeah, I quite like that. And I think what I'm going to do is just do another little V of purple in that tail section. If I can find any more purple. Ta-da! Big piece of purple paper. Nice. So let's just trim off a little bit off the edge here. I'm going to try and cut two together. Or not. I do quite like it. Strangely, I do have to kind of check up on the camera screen to see. I suppose it's taking me, it's giving me distance. But yeah, I kind of look up at the camera screen to see whether I like it. Yeah, I think that gives a little bit more detail there. So we're going to go with that. This is the first time I have worked on done a collage on a canvas board, and it's a very satisfying ground to work on. But my downsides are it twizzles. That's the issue there. The nori paste works very well in as much as if there's any oozing of paste, I think I've got a little tag there that needs a bit more glue. The nori paste dries nice and matte, and it dabs off easily, so there's no shiny glue anywhere like you can get with, here we go, that you can get with a PVA. So I like the matte texture of it. So there we go. I quite like my little fish. I think I'm done.